oh, let me tell you something. So I asked these guys a question, right? So I said, let's talk about something. The story of the Zelda game. So
who did you ask?
I can't get it. I can't say who I asked because then I'm putting them on the spot and I don't want them to get in trouble. But I asked the team. And
The development team.
The development team, yes. The localization team, actually, because it's not necessarily a development team. The people actually developed the game. They already worked on it, but this is the localization team here in San Francisco. But I asked them, what about the storyline? Is there one, I believe there's one actual streamed story timeline that goes with the entire game. And they said, yes, there's actually a timeline, an arc that goes with the actual game. And so I asked them, well, why is it that Nintendo does not work on trying to bring the arc together?
Clarify it.
Yeah, clarify it. And when they explained it to me, it makes sense. I kind of knew that, but...
What did they say? I mean, there's a lot of people very curious.
All right. If they create a timeline that brings the entire arc together, then the legend is no longer a legend. It's just a story. And it does not leave you to imagine the different things that we can come up with. When you really look at what they've done throughout the entire franchise, we've literally bought the games and tried to put the game storylines together ourselves. That's a part of the legend. That's a part of the immersiveness of the actual game. So Nintendo is leaving our imaginations up to put together our own story, our own legend. If they did it for us, it defeats the purpose. And every time when you look at some of the games that try to put these timelines together, look at every game that ever put the timeline stories together. They've all died. Contra tried to link the timeline together, finish. There was a role-playing game. Oh, man, I forgot this role-playing game that did this. Yeah, it was Xenosaga. They put the timeline, done. It just died. All these games, they were finished once they started connecting these things. So the formula of leaving the game on a what if, this looks familiar. The mystery is what adds to the legend. And as long as that's there, you'll always have these crazy groups. I call them crazy because I'm a part of the groups at times. Where we go to like PAX East and we're sitting there trying to put together this lore of Zelda and stuff like that, which makes us want. Because now, like, look, Skyward Sword's coming out at the end of the year. One of the big things as us Zelda fans that we want to see a Skyward Sword is what part of the story will this now add? So now we get to say, okay, how does this link? Which game does it link to? And yada, yada. So that's a part of the adventure of, the excitement of playing the game. If Nintendo said, oh, don't worry about what the story is, this is the story, then you just took away all the...
It's done.
Yeah, done.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Okay, now we know. So, all right, so what's the next thing to do now? So, that's definitely... and when they explained that to me, I was like, you know something? Don't explain the lore. Leave it alone. It's not broke. Don't fix it. This is the way it needs to be. So now we know it that way. Now I can infinitely argue my points on my theology of how Zelda should work.